It happens so many times, and guy gets upset. Oh, she just used me, and she was not serious, and the woman didn't fall in love with him. Gilbert, are these women just pretending to be traditional to attract Western men? How do you pretend to be traditional, and what's the point to attract Western men? Ladies have a nice life, at least for the most of it in their countries. It's not, you guys think like they're sitting there desperate, hoping for some, Prince Charming with a blue passport show up at their doorstep and save them. No, it doesn't work like that. Yes, I do want to find a good, reliable husband to create a good family, have kids and all that, but they're not looking forward to quit their jobs, leave their family behind, and not seeing their friends for years at a time, just to move a foreign country with no love, no support, some stranger. And you hear those horror stories about green card scams, people marrying for green card, but it takes a really long time to get the green card, the citizenship. Just think about when you meet a lady, and you start dating, you get engaged, then you file for a fiancé visa. So fiancé visa nowadays takes about a year plus minus. So you're already dating for a year before her visa is approved and she can come here. So imagine if she's faking all her beliefs, her core values. She's a good actress, but then she comes here and she needs to, and you file for green card. So you're waiting another year for that green card. So it's 2 years she's, let's say, faking it. But it's also a conditional green card, and she can keep, she can keep it only if she's still married to you. So 3.5 years later, yes, she can file for citizenship based on a marriage. Again, if marriage is still in good place. So basically, by the time it's said and done, by the time she gets it, so she needs to fake everything for 5 years. Well, she deserves a really good Oscar and all nominations if she can fake it. Well, no, that doesn't work like it. And I would suggest to date for a little longer, of course, to get to know each other really well, because to make sure that you're right for each other. When people just meet, they fall in love instantly, and they don't ask important questions. They don't ask, well, how do you see your life in the future? What do you want to do? Do you want to work? Do you want to be at home mom? Do you want to have a career? Do you want to go to college? Also, what's your expectations of me? What do you want? How do you see my role in the family? So those things need to be discussed while you're dating, because a lot of people don't talk about it. They think as soon as the lady arrives in America, everything magically gonna come into place. It's gonna be wonderful, and she probably thinks the same. But then reality hits. She comes here, and people find out that they're not compatible. So they want totally different things. One has, for example, high energy level. The other one has a low energy level. He likes to watch Wheel of Fortune at night, and she likes to hang out with her friends at a nightclub. It just doesn't go anywhere after a while. So it's important to discuss everything. What happens if you hear one of the women in this video is a scammer? If we hear a complaint that the lady is a scammer, we investigate on it, because we don't always just take guys' word for it, because we need to look into it. We're talking about dating, and people get upset. A guy comes and the woman didn't fall in love with him. Maybe yes, they had a nice correspondence, and they both had built up image of each other, and they met, and it just didn't click, and it just was not what they expected to be. It happens so many times, and guy gets upset. Oh, she just used me, and she was not serious. Well, she was serious. It just didn't work out. But if there is a real thing, of course, there was like actual scam, with money when she was whatever, asking for gifts. And I'm not talking about flowers or miscellaneous little perfume here and there, but if it's a large amount, or taking you to the restaurant that tend to overcharge foreigners. So if there's something shady going on, of course, call us, file a complaint, we'll investigate. If you have any receipts left, especially any proof, that screenshots of the messages, receipts, so anything to prove your point. So when we call a woman and address, and because in the beginning it's your word against hers, so we'll talk to both of you and see where it goes from there. But if the case is proven and the woman definitely a scammer, we'd absolutely remove her on the website. We'll make a note of her profile, so if she ever tries to come back on, we'll never let her back on the website. So she can go register with somebody else.
Travel to exciting places and meet hundreds of stunning single women. Check out our website at
Thailand-women.com.